Greetings. To mulch or not to mulch your pathways? That is the question. And well, I may have an answer for you, but it depends on your growing context. I live in the north, southern Vermont, zone 5A. We get down to 20 to 15 degrees, negative 20 to negative 15 degrees each winter. Sometimes get colder than that. And please excuse the wind, my apologies. But what's going on here is I hear a lot of talk of, should we put mulch in the pathways? Should we not put mulch in the pathways? In terms of wood chips. When I say mulch, I mean wood chips, but there's many different kinds of mulches. And I just wanted to share some of my observations with using hardwood wood chips. Sorry. It's a mixture of hardwoods and softwoods. I didn't mean to say hardwood wood chips, but just wood chips as a mulch in general. And some of the notes that I have learned is that some people say that if you put too much of the carbon source, then it can lock up some of the available nutrients within the soil. And I have seen that to be true only if you put a fresh mulch on in the spring. So this mulch, I dug way deeper down into the pile, so this is breaking down into compost now, almost. This is just the unfinished compost, and so is basically wood chips, but these wood chips are much more fresh, you can tell. So if you put these wood chips down in the springtime, that would do a lot more harm than these wood chips, because these ones are already in the breaking down process, as opposed to where those ones really haven't even started breaking down yet. So as those start to break down, I guess maybe that's what locks up the nutrients, available nutrients within the soil. I don't know. If you do, maybe you could leave it down in the comments and share what exactly the science is going on behind that. But what I'm observing, or from that observation, the difference that I'm making is I'm putting a more finished mulch on in the fall time. That way I'm still getting the benefits of layering up the pathways with the mulch, and then in which later in the next season can be scooped out and put on top of the beds to build up the beds, continuing the process. I've talked about this in other videos. But by putting this more finished mulch on in the fall time, it's going to give it the entire winter to break down more than I would have if I had just put it on in the springtime. And it'll let all those nutrients in that unfinished compost wash down into the rest of the garden through the course of the winter. Now that's kind of that whole scenario. And one more thing I wanted to share is that light mulches like this grass here have a very cooling effect on your soils. So another reasoning for me to put this much more finished black mulch rather than this clear mulch is that I already have the grass on top of the beds, and that creates a very increased cooling effect in the springtime when we want the soils to be warming up. And last season I had that more unfinished clear wood chips alongside the clear grass as well, so it just extremely kept my soils way cooler than they could have been if they had a different kind of mulch on it. So the idea is I love having the grass as a mulch on the bed, so I'm keeping that. But instead of having clear wood chips in the pathways, I'm switching it to a dark, much more finished wood chips, so the sun will absorb into the black of the wood chips, and hopefully that will create more of a warming effect for the beds. rather than just having clear or light on light. It's black on light. So that's my observations and just notes on mulches and the pathways. If you have any comments, questions, please leave them down below. If this video was of any value to you, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And stay tuned for the next one. One love, wholeness. December is here. The snow didn't fly yet, but it's coming. And the grass is still alive. That will be dead soon as well. So one love, wholeness. Thank you.